Hello Internet and welcome to another episode of Dragon Quest IX. In the last episode, we managed to try to give the good news about the boss being defeated to the mayor of the town of Coffinwell, but some of the most horrible things happened. The great and lovable Katharina just passed away. In this episode, we need to try and do our very best to calm the mayor, I think. So, let's get to it. Oh, and we might even find out where the archaeologist went. So let's see what happens. Yes, as you can clearly tell, it is nighttime. I figured out what I had to do. So, yeah. I had to go there in the evening, which was resting in the inn. So where can I find the mayor at this time at night? Well, obviously, if he's not sleeping, he must be in the library, like at the first time. What could he be planning? Let's just find out. Oh, it's you, Rachel. What are you doing here at this hour? Oh, of course, your reward for accompanying the young archaeologist. It completely slipped my mind. I hope this hairband will a headband, seriously. Stella, that's her name. Stella, honestly, you can shut up. I really don't care what you had to do. You're a very insensitive person, and I don't like you. I really don't like you. Heck, my team, Gohan, Trunks, and Jane make the better characters than Stella, and that's saying a lot. But honestly, how can you blame them? So we got our reward, and I have fantastic news, guys. So, interesting story. Today, well, actually 4 days ago, I lost my wallet, I lost my license, I lost everything. And my brother, for some reason, found it today and gave it to me in the middle of recording. And I can honestly say this is one of the happiest things that ever happened to me at this very moment. I have all of my information, everything inside, everything that's important that I had to do, a lot of paperwork and a lot of calls and lots of stuff to do. And I'm honestly very thrilled. But let's get back to the episode, let's not delay. And there's a ghost of Katharina. Oops, I appear to be that. Wait a minute, you can see me? That's amazing, I thought you were different, Rachel, but I never would have guessed you were one of them. What a stroke of luck, that means you'll probably be able to help me out. You see, I need to try and jolly my husband a bit. He's in a terrible way at the moment, and I don't see him getting better by himself. You can help, can't you? Thank you, I suppose the first thing to get him to come out of his laboratory. I'm sure he'll be able to figure out a way of doing that, so just head down there and we'll talk it from there. Okay. Katharina joined the party, I guess. Or not. Let's go to his lab, which, if I remember correctly, was here. The door is locked from inside and cannot be opened. You won't have any luck like that, Rachel. He will only come out if you use our secret knock. Rachel knocks on the door in the way Katharina describes. It will be 4 knocks. Katharina? Katharina, is that you? Was that you knocking like that, Rachel? Of all the tasteless jokes, mimicking Katharina's special knock like that? Don't you dare ever do that again. No, stop him. Oi, glad I caught you. I've got a message for ya, governor. Thanks for getting rid of that horrible disease. Everyone in Coffinwell says thanks and all. We owe you big time. Oh yeah, we're all hoping you'll be back normal soon. Everyone's worried sick about you, fella. Sorry, I'm sorry. I promise you I will never do that again. What in the name of... Rachel, I'd like you to pass on a final message. Can you tell him that I want him to meet with the people he saved by sealing away the contagion? Of course. Katharina said that, but I wouldn't know where to start. I don't even know who was ill. All I was worried about was trying to get the better of father-in-law. Rachel, I would like you to take me to see the people who were ill. I know the moment has somewhat passed, but I would like to know who suffered from the disease and how they felt. Then, perhaps I will be able to understand what it was like for my Katharina. Please agree to what he asked. I think this is just what he needs. Just what I need! Of course. I'm going to be completely honest with you. This episode's gonna be kinda depressing. I can feel it in my bones. So, who was the very first deceased person? Let us think. Oh, if I remember, there was a little kid at the very end who wanted to play. So maybe that could give us a hint. If I remember correctly, it was the second floor of this house. No. This was the kid that wanted to play with the girl. If I remember that. I remember something. So, which means that it was this house. Yes, this is the one. His father and mother are downstairs. Here we go. A child this small was suffering from the disease. How can I not have realized who was affected? Don't feel bad. If it wasn't for you, they'd all be gone. Let's go to another one. There was an old person in the inn who was feeling horrible, so maybe that's the most logical step. And here we go. Who are you? Cutscene, yay. Oh, you're the archaeologist, aren't you? The one who got rid of that nasty disease. Oh yes, that's right. Are you suffering from it too? Thanks ever so much. I was this far away from having to kiss my snuggle-lump goodbye for good. Now, I have all the time for kissing in the world thanks to you. Would you like a little smooch to say thank you? No. No, thank you. That really won't be necessary. Good grief! What does she think she's doing? Stay away from my husband with your funny outfit and your strange suggestions. So, that old man. So, the most logical step is finding someone who is young. Someone that could be very, very representative of the mystery that has caused this world. So let's find your neighbor. They say that sometimes your neighbor is your biggest enemy, but at the same time is your biggest strength. That's it. I feel like death. This can't be right. The contagion has been sealed away. How can he still be ill? It's alright. The old man just has a cold. Tell him, won't you, Rachel? Okay, well, I think I messed up there. Sorry. So who else? Who else could have possibly been? I really don't know anymore. The only logical thing is that after those three, we go back to your home so you can remember the most powerful of all. Nope, I guess my logic's not that flawless. Let's get out of here then. Who else could I be missing? Okay, I understand. The Viking. That's actually very touching of the Viking. I am really proud of the city taking such a great loss so surely. Not many can do it to do that. They always find a way to be mad at someone, and I guess we can see this in this town in the form of the mayor and the archaeologist. But maybe there's something more. Maybe there's something that I'm forgetting. I'm so grateful to you for saving my wife and daughter. Your wife and your daughter? They were both ill? Oh yes, I had many sleepless nights. I can tell you, I honestly thought I might lose them both. I owe you everything, and that is a fact. See? What you might be considering as a very selfish act, it has actually impacted in the greatest of ways for those people surrounding you. Okay? He has some time to think, and as his bodyguard, we must give him time. Who is the old man here, though? Katharina cannot be one of those souls destined to remain in the mortal world forever. Can you talk to her? Try to figure out what it is that's stopping her from moving on. I'm on it. I know what's going on, old man. We just need a better way. This game, at this early on, teaches us that life is not great, that a lot of things happen to us. I must thank you. You have enabled me to see what it was Katharina wanted me to understand. Everything I have done has always been for myself, and I haven't given much thought to the people around me. That is why I didn't notice Katharina was ill. Unforgivable, I know. Walking around town today, I realized for the first time how many people there are around me. From now on, I'm going to try to be more of a part of the community. And I must admit that it was rather nice to be the object of such gratitude. Thank you. Thank you for helping me. Thank you for giving my husband back into his senses. You have allowed me to fulfill my dream, even though I'm no longer alive. You see, it has always been my dream for the people of Coffinwell to realize how wonderful he is, and for him to grow to love the place. That is exactly what I have always wanted. It looks like I have run out of time. It is time to say goodbye. I wish you well. Say goodbye as we dance with the devil tonight. Don't you dare look at him in the eyes. or more fitting. Katharina, you were a fantastic character. It is true that we did not get to see you often, and your short life was a good bit disgrace, but there is one thing I need to say. I will remember you. Will you remember us? And with that, I think it is time to move away from Coffinwell. We have done everything in our power. Only an hour or two left until sunrise. Rachel decides to go to the inn and rest. Then morning comes. Logically. We have done everything in our power to make this town of Coffinwell be free from all the thieves. Isn't this wonderful? Oh, Stella, shut up. Stella, you have the potential to be such a great character, something to be remembered by, but everything you talked about is just centered around yourself. How can I take you as a character seriously? I don't like you. I like the way that you're portrayed, and I like the way that you're there to help me in my adventure. But that's it. You don't have any good qualities. I'm sorry to say this, game, but you could have done a much better job to give me a navigator. What happened to those magnificent characters? For example, in The Legend of Zelda, you got Midna. Midna, such a great character. Of course, it kinda got ruined after a while, but it's still one of the better characters out there. And then we have, in the Harry Potter movies, you got Ron and Hermione, some very lovable characters. I'm not talking only about the movies, but talking about the books. Why couldn't you give us something like that? Something that we can remind us to, something that we can look forward to seeing on screen every now and then. Oh, I guess it's too early to know about Stella, but I honestly feel like she's just going to be one of those characters that is self-centered and egotistical and are not going to be a very, very nice experience. Either way, we managed to free Coffinwell from its great curse, and we got a lot of benevolences. So the most logical thing to do is to go in a fight. I'm going to put the feet at bottom to see if it can go slightly faster than what I anticipated. My critical hit is 101 damage point, which is ridiculous if you ask me. Sorry about that. You know, something that I need to say, every time that I'm recording, my voice gets raspier and it hurts my throat for some reason. It's like I'm trying too hard to speak, mostly because I'm not used to speaking a lot, so sorry if it sounds weird. So I'm guessing that the most logical step is that after saving Coffinwell and getting all of those benevolences, we need to give another try to the Great Train. Am I correct? Am I not? Let us find out. I really hope it works. I want to see Angel Falls again. Well, not Angel Falls, more like the city that was like the City of Angels. Not the movie or the book, but I do want to get to see that. It's very interesting if you ask me. And with the feet at bottom, we make our way to the one and the only train, the Polar Express. I think that once we reach in front of the train, I'm gonna call it quits. I know I've been making shorter episodes, I think, but it's just for the greater good of everyone, if you ask me. There's no need to make very, very long episodes when shorter ones will keep you refreshed and make you want to. Oh, blimey! She looks like she could do with cheering up. Hey Rachel, she must be a ghost. Why don't you ask her what's wrong? She looks like she could use an ear to cry into. She's not here. What? He's not here either. Okay. Charming. Talk about cold shoulders. Some people are so flapping rude, just like Stella. Oh, never mind. We got better things to be doing. All aboard the Starflight Express. Okay, so once again, this will be the end of this episode. I want you to answer this very, very sincerely. And after asking you what movie do you recommend, I want to ask you, what is your favorite song? And what is your favorite band? I'm in the mood of listening to some music, so that would be really interesting. So if you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. This has been Gamers Life, and I'm wishing you the best of days, nights, or afternoons. See you guys next time.